Hello YouTube, my name is Steedar, and I'm going to be doing some Let's Plays on this channel. The first game that I'm going to play is a remake of Fire Emblem 3, Book 2. It's for Nintendo DS, and it's called Fire Emblem Shin Mancho no Nazo Hikari Tokage no Eiyu, otherwise known as Fire Emblem 12, New Mystery of the Emblem, Heroes of Light and Shadow. And I'll cut to the chase. Now, this is only going to be a partially translated ROM that I'm playing. It's kind of a shame, but I don't believe that there are any plans to localize this game in America or Europe or anywhere else for that matter. It's kind of sad because we did get Shadow Dragon, its predecessor, and it actually sold really well here, but it did receive mixed reviews, and as of now, this game has been out for quite a while now, almost, I think a little bit over a year, and we haven't heard anything about it. They've already announced the next Fire Emblem. It just seems like they totally skipped over it and we're not getting it, which is kind of a shame because this game is like twice as good as Shadow Dragon, and I very much enjoyed Shadow Dragon. So, these nice guys over at the FE12 Translation Project, I'll put a link in the description below. They started to translate it, and they've done a really amazing job. The only thing they haven't done are like graphics like this button here, and a lot of the story and talking is pretty much left out so far. But most of the menus and the character names and the weapons and so forth, that's all done, so it's nice. You get what you get, I guess. Here's difficulty. We have normal, hard, maniac, and lunatic, and I think for this Let's Play, I'm just going to stick with normal. I've played hard, it's not that bad, but let's turn off tutorials. And now we have casual or classic, and I'm going to stick with classic, because I like the idea of people dying when they actually die, and not coming back. And we got some talking here. And now, one of the cool things about this game is that you actually get to make your own unit. And that's definitely very new for Fire Emblem. They've never done anything like this before. I'm going to use my name. Okay. And now, choose male or female. If you pick male, you have a class limit set. Let me show you. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay. These are all the classes that you can pick from. It's a decent amount, but you don't get the other side, meaning that, you know, this group has Archer, the other side has Hunter, and you've got Fighter, but you don't get Myrmidon, and stuff like that, until you beat the game on Lunatic, I believe, and unlock the ability to choose any class instead of just being set to class set A and class set B. But anyway, the recommended class in this set is actually Fighter, because you don't get any fighters in the prologue, and although you do get them fairly early on in the actual game, it's a lot more helpful to have a fighter, especially in the harder difficulties. It's definitely recommended, because there's a lot of knights and stuff like that, and axes are actually quite good in the very beginning. So I'm going to stick with Fighter, and yeah, you get to choose how you look, and I could go crazy and give myself an afro, but I don't think I will. I think I'll stick with something a little bit more normal. Right, that looks pretty good. And you get to pick your eyes and give yourself crazy eyes. There we go. Not gonna pick that one. I kinda like that one. Battle Scarred. Kinda nice. Kinda cool. And now, it's gonna ask you a series of questions about your past, present, and future, and these affect your stats. And so, once the video is edited, I'll put all of the effects right next to each one. For instance, merchants, priests, you know, so on. I'm going to stick with Orphan, and then I'm going to go Beauty, but, you know, as an example of all the other ones. Beauty, and then you can't pick the same 2 boosts twice, meaning that you can't go HP like 3 times and give yourself like a crap ton of HP growth adage, so it's going to subtract every time. So now I'm going to go Humane, and what I just did should give me some pretty good boosts, although my unit generally has good growths anyway. It just kind of makes them even more broken. Yeah. Prologue 1, the meeting. And we're going to bump into Katarina. And the basic story here is that we are a youth from a village, and we're going to come to be Mart's bodyguard, or apprentice, so forth. And we're going to join the Altean Knights, but first we have to go through trials, a few tests. And we meet Katarina. Skip the chatter. Here's Luke. And Rhodey. And they're going to run off. And we're going to join them with the training grounds. Here's Jagan, still alive. And they're going to put us through a test. Okay, and Katarina doesn't fight, so it's just us. Now, my unit has very good growths. I'll list them when I edit the video. Very good. Look at this. From level 1, we've already got 24 HP, 11 strength, 11. And the basic cap for the initial classes is 20. So 9 more levels of strength. It's probably definitely going to be capped. You start off with some pretty amazing stats, and I'll show you more about that in a minute. We're going to move to this space here. And the soldier's going to show up. In the harder difficulties, you definitely want to just wait in front of them and have them attack you first so you can heal. But in this, as you're going to see, look at that. Double 16s, one-hit kill. Ridiculous already. And I guess that's what you can say that you get from picking a fighter. I told you. Although you become a little bit more less broken later on. Let's attack Jagan. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Beat the crap out of him. The one thing that bothers me about this game's graphics is that when you have your own paladin, it's orange. All your other units are pretty much blue, so I don't know why they made our paladins orange. That's a pretty good level. No skill in alien defense, but hey, my unit is already really good to begin with anyway, so I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to levels, but for this Let's Play, I'm just going to take what I'm given and go through the game. I do a lot of resetting on the actual games. And that's it for Prologue 1. Hello, Marth. I gotta say, Marth looks much cooler in this game, although his sprite is still as stupid looking as before. Wish they had updated it, but... Prologue 2. Young Squires. Now it's gonna give us a little bit of history from the previous game. We've got Medeus here, and Garnef pretty soon. I'm just gonna skip through this. There's Garnef. It's just basic plot from Shadow Dragon. And there we go. Prologue 2. There's Ryan. Okay. Now, in the harder difficulties, you actually have both Luke and Rhodey still here at once. I believe Rhodey's down here on this fort, but all we've got to worry about right now is Luke. And let's check out Ryan. Ryan is actually a very good archer. Better than Gordon, sadly, even though Gordon is his older brother and was featured in the previous game, in the previous war. But Ryan is very good. As you can see, level 1, 7 strength and 7 defense. That's pretty unheard of in an archer. The only thing that Ryan is lacking in is speed. But if you get a couple good level ups, he should still turn out fine. A lot of people complain in the harder difficulties that they can't use him because he doesn't double stuff, but if you don't get RNG screwed, he should be pretty good. And I'll have him attack and get some experience. Finish off Luke. Ridiculous. One more shot and it's all over for you. And here comes Rhodey. And in the harder difficulties, this is not a good idea, but he's only going to attack my unit. I wonder if he'll only attack my unit in the harder ones. I don't quite remember. I did play through a little bit on hard mode beforehand. And attack. Okay. And now I'm going to finish him off with Ryan. Give Ryan some more experience, considering my unit is almost level 3 already, and Ryan is still level 1. And I mean, as you can see, you can already hit 8s on Cavaliers, which is pretty good for level 1. Okay. And that's going to be the end of Prologue 2. Some more chatter. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll be back later with the next installment. Peace out.